Hello everybody, greetings from February 17th, Friday. It's been quite some time since I've vlogged, but I have been looking at some of your guys' vlogs and really, jotting down notes and getting some ideas of what I'm going to do. This is my third day back into P2 after a almost week and a half break, and thank God when I was on my break I was taking my carb blocker because I only gained about 3 pounds, and I did try to make sure that I was having non-starchy things, but I did have some dals, which is what I make a lot of. My husband is Indian, so I cook a lot of Indian food, and I was really missing, especially when I was feeling sick, like creamy, thick dal, which doesn't have any cream in it. It's thick lentils in kind of like a stew soup kind of a deal. So anyway, I had that a couple of times, and the good thing is I, for the most part, took my carb blocker regularly. So the net weight gain was just 3 pounds, which was acceptable. And I really liked watching some of your videos because it helped me feel that I wasn't alone in what I was going through. It was fairly ridiculous, especially Art's videos. I'm gonna put a tag to him. He's like a P with a bunch of zeros. I really like his videos because he usually doesn't cheat, and then he went into a cheat day and it went from a cheat day to days, and that's kind of, what happened to me. I didn't cheat at all during my round 1 at all, but this time the first part, I should say, of my phase 2 before the break, I was having just the hardest time. I kept cheating and doing non-protocol-y things, but because I kept taking my carb blocker with it, it didn't make a huge difference. I kept losing, but it wasn't the right thing to do, and I know that because my head wasn't in the game. So the break really helped. I was very, very, excited to go back into phase 2, and I'm very proud to report the last 3 days I have been exactly perfectly on protocol, exactly. And despite having a lot of temptation to cheat, but it felt exactly like my round 1, where I refused to even start on the slippery slope of cheating at all. And one major thing I'm proud of was yesterday we went out to celebrate. We had some exciting things happen in my personal life, my family life, after a really long stretch. Last year was really hard for me and us, and just the last couple of days things finally got back on track, thank God. So we went out to celebrate. We went out to a restaurant, and despite the fact that I fed my kids with my hands at the restaurant with stuff I wanted to eat and was smelling, I did not have even one tiny, teeny piece at all. I smelled my husband's food because it smelled really good, but I didn't eat it at all. And I took a half a cucumber with me, just in case I got hungry, and I ate that on the way back in the car because I was feeling really grouchy, because I didn't get to eat anything. It wasn't the plan to eat anything, but I didn't eat anything. But I was feeling grouchy because my kids the kittens were running all over the place, and my girl was just spooning, soup from one plate to another plate, and just gigantic mess with it running down my hands, and they were trying to feed me. Anyway, I was not a happy camper, but I was very excited that I did not cheat at all, so that is good. Another thing that I decided to do after watching HCG Sandy's videos and watching graphics girls videos were that I decided that I was going to buy those books. I was wanting to buy the books, but I'm going to be ordering them today from Amazon, or sorry, Barnes & Noble. And I went to my local Barnes & Noble and they had one but not the other, and so I'm just going to order both of them online. And I am going to read them and bookmark them and get, I started reading Fulfilled at the bookstore because that's the one that they had, and it was really making a lot of sense to me. So I'm going to be getting those books, and thank you very much for your vlogs. They're very, very enlightening. I really like them. And one other thing I learned from Graphics Girl was she was talking about how she's not going to weigh herself until the end of the round going into phase 3. And you know what? I decided that that is something that makes a lot of sense to me, because for me it became almost habit forming.
Yes, can you put more?
B2, can you wait please? Mommy's busy. Okay, ask Uncle. He's right there. It became almost habit forming for me to go to the scale several times a day, because I know that, in the morning I don't have my lowest weigh in. It's usually around 10 or 11 o'clock, but I'll do it consistently, like 8, 9, 10, 11, and see what the lowest one is, and just obsess over that. And then also to especially the beginning, pre-interruption, I would see that I lost even though I didn't do things perfectly the day before, and then it kind of spins me into, oh wow, well okay, I can still do that and lose, and that's not right. That's not right. I just want to do it perfect. So I'm not going to be worrying about the scale except for once a week. I'm going to measure once a week, and I'm going to weigh myself once a week. It's very difficult. I had to put my scale in the under the bathroom sink so that I wouldn't look at it and just keep it out of sight, out of mind. I did weigh myself yesterday, kind of breaking that, but I had lost all 3 pounds that I'd put on in one day, and so that was really good. So now I feel, I'm back to the lowest weight that I was pre-break, and, it feels like a fresh start. I'm going to focus on just doing things exactly on protocol, eating protocol foods, trying to get the water that I'm supposed to drink, and all these things. I'm going to do it exactly right. So I we'll see how it goes. My hubby told me to try it for a week and see how it goes, so that in case things aren't working out, like if I didn't lose how much I typically lose in a week, then to reevaluate that, because maybe I'm making a mistake during the days. So, but I think if I'm on protocol, it should be okay. Anyhow, so yeah, that's what I have to say. I want to thank you guys for making your videos. I really like watching them. I really like, hearing your stories and all of that, and I just want to keep reminding myself that I'm not going to cheat or do things that are going to slow me down, because I got into this mental thing of, oh, I'm back to lower than I have been in years, but I have to remember I'm not here to lose a few pounds here and there. I'm here to make a huge, huge, drastic change that requires the loss of almost 200 pounds. And so I can't do this head games of yo-yoing back and forth. So anyhow, I appreciate the support. I really, really do. And I really liked, another video I really, really liked is Hebby Dobby's HCG video, where she does the ABCs of HCG. That was really good and really informative. I'm gonna get up to speed on all the lingo at some point. But I really, really appreciate all of you guys, and wish you the best.